We continue our series looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly for each team across Major League Baseball. Today, the team we're discussing, the New York Mets. So, let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open, we're looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly for the New York Mets. So we begin with the good. And there's very little doubt when you look at the New York Mets right now, their closer, Edwin Diaz, is absolutely having a monster campaign. This is one of the best and most premier closers in Major League Baseball right now and has an epic entrance to signal his arrival. It instills fear in the coming opponents that know this is the end of the game when you face Edwin Diaz. There is a dynamic presence about him on the mound, and what he's capable of doing is otherworldly, it feels like right now. There's no denying the electricity that comes out of his fastball, and when you hear the trumpets blare, you know that it is all but certainly game over when you're facing off against the New York Mets and their electric closer. As we look at the bad right now for the New York Mets, they are now tied at the time of this recording with the Atlanta Braves atop of the National League East Division. This was a lead that was dwindling down for the New York Mets, but it is no doubt about it a bad move and a bad time for the city of Flushing. There's going to be an opportunity for the Mets to really rebound and push themselves back ahead and give themselves a little bit of separation against the Atlanta Braves. But as you're staring at the season winding down, there's very little question that right now all eyes are going to be on the New York Mets as the Atlanta Braves have caught them in the division. And as we look at the ugly for the New York Mets, Jacob deGrom is still set to opt out of his deal with the New York Mets and test free agency. There's very little question that this is a big-time deal for the New York Mets, and they're going to have to do all that they can to keep the best pitcher in Major League Baseball in a New York Mets uniform. If they allow him to truly test the market and not really assert themselves as the heavy favorites to re-sign him, there are going to be a ton of suitors who are going to try to get Jacob deGrom onto their squad. And if the Mets lose out on Jacob deGrom, there's going to be a much tougher and more difficult path to getting back to the postseason in the World Series without the best pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. But again, Jacob deGrom opting out is going to be a very, very ugly situation for the New York Mets. But with Steve Cohen being as aggressive as he has been, I think that the Mets are going to give him the best and most aggressive offer for his services this coming offseason. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What is the good, the bad, and the ugly for the New York Mets? Let me know your thoughts, your theories on it down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, where we can keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with Sibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting that red subscribe button on all three channels. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code METS to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as we continue to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly for each team across Major League Baseball, as well as the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.